request until my battery dies, and then I'll finish it up with the other video camera. So this one's from Alex in Tulasep. Wow, you're not from around these parts, are you? What are those two dot things underneath your trippy? Hi Kyle, have you ever thought about going to college online to complete a degree? I'll talk in your accent wherever you're from. I am just started and it's great to fit around work. Also, it would be great if you did a video update about your timeline. Is it still in the works? Do you still have high hopes of the website? Of the website? Yes, Alex. Alex N. Tolasep. So let's see here. Have I ever thought about going to online college to complete a degree? Well, no, because I already went to college, so I wouldn't go back to college. If I want to learn, and besides, it's not my style. If I want to go back to school, my philosophy is to learn it yourself. And I have plenty of videos talking about this. I have videos saying that you should be able to get a high-end job without a degree, because all you should be able to do is just pass the test. And I think it's kind of like that in England, at least more than in America. Because I never liked school. I always thought that the pacing that they would prescribe for me to do was never in alignment with my style. And you can't do this until this, and then it has to be done by then. It's like, why? It's like school to me is just bullying. They're just pushing you around for the sake of pushing you around, because I guess that's the kind of person that they want or needed. That's another fucking subject, of which I've done lots of videos about. The Prussian educational system and all that shit. So, but I understand how people, online maybe it's different. They guide you and all this kind of stuff. But personally, I wouldn't do it. Now, if I had never been to school and I just graduated high school and I wanted to get that degree so that I could get jobs that require a degree, I would do the online thing, because it would be cheaper and I could fit it into my schedule easier. I'm not the kind of guy who goes to college for the social aspect of it. A lot of people go to college for the social aspect. And I'm not like that. And I think college is going to definitely change. I think colleges, the future trend for colleges is that they're all going to become public. We're going to go kind of communist with it, and they're going to become free, and they're going to be mainly places for people to get together. But they're not going to be all about the degree. The degree is actually going to be the college degree is going to become obsolete within about. Well, it's almost obsolete now. It's going to be like common knowledge obsolete, where people aren't going to be talking about getting it or thinking about it within about 20 years. College is going to be a place where, I attended and this is what I did this and I did this and I completed this, and you can see it here. But there's no grades, no degree, no nothing. And that's good. If you want the grade and the degree, that's where you would do the online thing, where you would fill in this and fill in that. And that's where it's purely based on meritocracy, and not whether or not, with the grades, whether or not the teacher likes you, pretending that it's a meritocracy. Oh yeah, I've got examples about that. Teachers telling you I've got a certain grade. Oh, great, that's my final grade. And then you get the report card and it's like a whole letter lower. I've had that multiple times happen. So yeah, it's purely subjective. But online, why would you get it? Like, why would you even go online to get a degree if you could just learn online? Isn't the information there already? Like, you can watch all of the Yale classes online on YouTube. The only thing that they block out is the actual pictures of what they're talking about. But if you want to see the picture, you just Google it. And so if I want to become a lawyer or a doctor, I could just read up all the books, and then I'd be a lawyer and a doctor. Boom, just like that. And I wouldn't even have to go to school. If I wanted to practice, dissecting somebody or have the online stuff or the hands-on stuff, well, yeah, that's where a medical school would be. But something like a lawyer, And even with the debates, you don't have to go to school for the debates. You can do the debates on YouTube, and we don't have the or Google Hangout or whatever. We don't have the culture of it so much now. I can't get online and debate people. There should be YouTube channels or YouTube websites where people can get together and debate. It's like debate channel, and then you can film yourself debating something, and then you can have a winner. I should do a YouTube video about that website, but you don't have those resources. So if you want to become a lawyer or a doctor, and part of it is to have the practice with the arguing with the lawyers and to look at the cadavers with the doctor. But you know, you don't have to go to school your entire educational process in the school to do that. You know, you should be able to rent out the cadaver, or rent out, you know, or rent yourself into the school where they do the debates and stuff, you know. But to do it on your own the most teaches you how to learn for yourself. And but I want to be, you know, I want to be like I guess you call those amateur people. I want to be an amateur, I guess, polymath, and then end up making money with it, you know, with my YouTube videos and stuff like that. But you know, the cool thing about it is that I can make money and gain joy in my life about being a polymath, an amateur polymath, and keep a labor job and be perfectly happy that without the rest of my life. Because labor jobs are perfect vehicles to become a polymath, because you can listen to your audiobook while you work. You know, I do that every day and I get smart every day. I was listening to the Captain Cookbook today. I listened to Mary Wollstonecraft last week. And then once this book is done, I'll go on to something else that's interesting, because I have my labor job and I can have it the rest of my life because I get to learn. But the smarter you get, the better teacher you get, which you can get money for via YouTube. And then people wouldn't have to pay for school. And anyway, our industry is going to turn more into service-related industry, tourism, lecturing, teaching, this kind of stuff, and people are going to learn to actually learn. And so, you know, like, to get an online degree, like, what the, you know, like, think twice if you actually really need that degree, or if you want to learn it yourself, because it may be cheaper for you to just learn it yourself. If you want to learn something to get a job, just learn it yourself, and just bypass this whole online shit. But that's my idea. So, and then you started. I'm just starting. It fits great and around work. Yeah, that's great. Where are you going to meet your future wife, though? Yeah, you probably. I guess that's not why you're at school. Also, it would be great if you did a video update about your timeline. All right. Well, here's my video update about my timeline. I haven't worked on my timeline. I'm not going to do a video update about my timeline. This is my video update because it doesn't warrant its own video update, because I haven't worked on my timeline since I moved into Boulder. I'm working on my personal website. After I've got my personal website, like, with all the T's crossed and the I's dotted and everything, that's when I'm going to get back to going on the timeline, where I'm going to work on the timeline explanation page, and you know, and where I have to fix all the CSS borders and fonts and stuff, and then so I can make people interested in it. And then once I get there, then I'm going to hit up all the educational foundations to give me money, so I don't have to work, and that my job can be working on my timeline. And when I do that, I will get the money, definitely. But you know, it'll be the rest of the year until I'm even going to have the time to work on the timeline explanation page. So that'll be next year, and then it'll take a good couple of months, just working on the timeline explanation page and the CSS borders and fonts for the different things. You know, before I even hit up the educational foundation. So I won't be doing that until like mid 2015 at earliest. But then once I get a grant, you know, depending on how big the grant is, you know, if it's the grant just for me, then I'll work for me. But and then I can get other people to, you know, donate, give very specific instructions for people to donate their time, like creating lists of this or that if somebody wants to, or I could maybe pay people to help me. Who knows? But it, you know, if I got like a grant of like a couple $100 a month or whatever, that would be enough for me to not have to work and spend all my time on my timeline. Anyway, but once my timeline's done, how long would it take my timeline? If I'm working by myself, if I'm working by myself 4 hours a day, you know, I have a quality of life, and it would take me it would take me a long ass time, dude. 4 hours a day, like 10 years. I'd probably get hooked on it. You'd probably want to go 8 hours a day and get done with it in 5 years. But you know, it's all if other people are interested in it, then they give me the resources to get it done sooner than that. So we'll see, whatever. Also, it would be great if you did a video update on, okay, Is it still in the works? Yes. Do you still have high hopes for the website? My timeline or my personal website? I have high hopes for my timeline and my personal website. The high hopes for my timeline are for it to make people interested in history and then also to understand history. Basically, to unlock people's minds, change the world. I swear to God, I think it'll do that. I think it's that good. Don't underestimate the power of history, dude. Or the power of, like, condensing information in a really good way, color-coded and font-coded and all that kind of stuff. And my personal website is the template for any aspiring future president. It's where you expose everything you believe about this, that, and the next thing, and all of your new whatever you have to offer, which is a lot. I have a lot of design skills. Just with HTML, simple HTML Dreamweaver. That's all you need, and you can do some shit. And I'm inventing lots of cool new ways to design a website with super simple technology. Just the HTML, just layout, philosophy. And I'm curious to see like what people think about it, and also I'm really excited to see how my website's going to end up in the end with all the links, how it links together and stuff. Because it's kind of like taking a trip through somebody's imagination, Like imagine if you could make a website. I would put the link there and then here and here. If you could do it just as fast as you can think of it up. And I'm sure there'll be computers that good pretty soon who will be able to do that. I could make it like in timeline it'd take me 30 years to make. I could make it in 1 year. Just by being like there. And then boom, that's it. Well, you go here and you go there and you're like those self-written books or whatever. Those where you, and what do you decide to do on the next page? And but anyways, yeah, you can make a website and then when you open up to the world and if it's really intricate with lots of links and everything, it's like, oh, and then here and whoa, and this and that. You're going into somebody's mind in a way that's like to the next level. It's even more intricate than writing. Writing is just piecing words together. You can do that talking, But imagine when you're using all modes, when you're using colors and sizes and fonts and just a huge body of information as well. You can really make a really interesting website that can entertain people and bring a lot of knowledge to people, and in a way that's very individual and unique to yourself as an individual. So you really, it's you can unflowering your imagination and your mind. It's like as your mind unflowers and all of your imagination, everything you can think of and all the perfect stuff, and it's all exploding. It's like capture that brilliant explosion and then put it inside the digital format. That's what a website is. Like you can actually share everything. Anyway, with a website. And so, I have really high hopes, but it takes a long time. So I have come up with a life strategy, because, of all the time it takes. I've decided not to I've decided to basically not have friends. Like, I can't be the kind of person you're friends with. I'm the kind of person who I will do stuff with people and I like associating with people, but I can't, at the end of the day, I got to get back to my computer and work. So forego the whole wife and family thing. And I already did the wife and family thing, and so that's out of the way. And just live my life, like what I naturally gravitate to is working on my timeline anyway, so if any effort has to be put in, it's keeping my body physically healthy, so I'm not wasting away. So, but I'm making my personal timeline a whole lot of pages about cycling, and so that will naturally, in order to make my website better, I have to write, and so writing actually goes to the website, and making videos goes to the website. Everything I do, it's about making my website better, and so that's how I got myself to motivate to work, to exercise and stuff, because it helps my website. Anyways, so that's that video on that multiple video But it actually ties together personal website and online university. Because the way that I learn is if I want to learn something, I want to create a list because the list doesn't already exist because I guess people don't think like I do. I need to have it condensed, the information condensed, so that I can all look at there in one page. And so that's how I learn. And so, instead of going to an online school and paying somebody to tell me to do this, to do that, to do that, and read this, that, next thing, I would just come up, the subject that I want to learn about, for example, history, and then I create on the website the best teacher of that subject that there could be in the world, and so I'm teaching other people it, but as I'm doing that, I'm becoming really good at the subject myself. Like I'm getting really good at history by making my timeline, and so yeah, if I want to learn something, I become the grandmaster teacher. That's my style. But we have the technologies here, so why not? Why not do it that way? Like if I want to be a lawyer, I would make the ultimate law educational website with all the charts and everything. And then by the time I'm done with it, I will be as good as a lawyer. You know what I mean? Anyways, so that's enough on that. Peace out. I think the battery's about to die. Anyways, peace out.